Test 1 2 test. There we go. Okay, good morning. It is Thursday, February 17th, about 8:24 Central Time. So we're just about 5 minutes before the open. And let me arrange some stuff on my desk here. We're going to get into it and take a look at what the market is doing or what it's trying to do. I've just got to make some adjustments here with my settings. Let me pull up. I wasn't in front of my screen pre-market. I wanted to be, but just was. That's not the one. Was with the kids getting ready for school. That's okay. Here it is. So the shaded area is overnight session. So yesterday we had the FOMC announcement. We're hovering around this area. Finally broke above 51, pushed up higher. I took a few trades in here. And then we had some data come out at 7:30 this morning. I checked right at 7:30, 7:35. I didn't see it was moving, so I just went right back downstairs and helped with the kids. And lo and behold, just about 5 minutes after that, we had a nice big move. And for me, I was thinking if it flushes, I would have looked for an entry point to get short. And so that was definitely it. If you had the ability to wait for it to get up into here, you would have been wrong here above this 51 area. And remember, 51 was important. It was the area where we were trying yesterday. It was right where it was like the opening high over here, and then it was where we finally broke out after the announcement. And now we're just hovering right around here. Let me change screens real quick. If we go to this screen, so we're just going to do a little recap. And if we, let's see, what was it? Okay, so just the other day, this was Monday. I'm sorry, let's see. This was Monday. This is Tuesday. This is Wednesday. Finally get a push above, move higher. And if you remember on Tuesday, the issue was, well, we've got resistance above, but we've got this support below. And the interesting thing now is that we're trading right around where this gray line is. I'm going to, as I always do, mark the open with an orange line, the opening range with the first minute of trade here on the minute chart on the right side. But on the 15-minute chart, I'll be watching this to see if we stay below this 40 area and then try to go ahead and push this thing lower. So Tuesday wasn't the day to go lower, just because we had put in all this work on Monday. And so Monday came down, Tuesday it did its thing here, Wednesday we couldn't push it lower. So today could be interesting. I feel like we could get some movement today, at least a little bit more than we've had in the past few sessions. But again, I'm not looking to jump ahead and get ahead of myself. Got to remind myself that anything can happen and something will happen. But I'm just trying to remember levels here that were crucial. The other day, 36 was a pretty important area. When we had that breakdown, that spike coming lower, the 36 to 38. So let's see. 38 area to kind of like 36, that was important the other day. That was just yesterday when we came down here early in the morning and then danced around it. And so that's going to be what I'm looking at today. Let me adjust my screens, put them back to the normal trading session. And again, never in a hurry. I might miss a trade, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. It seems like it's the days when you just know what's going to happen, that the market can really pull the rug out from under you. Just going to check the NASDAQ here. I will bounce over to it here shortly to see if it's giving me any tells, anything that looks interesting. Got about a minute before the open. NASDAQ, so again, we've got overnight lows indicated by the red line here and the green line here. This was yesterday's opening range, so I'm going to get rid of these. I might put it back in on NASDAQ. And area of concern is going to be that kind of that area down here. So it'll be interesting to see what we do. And of course, I'm looking at the daily chart. It definitely gives me some context for what the market might want to try to do at any given time. And as I've got here, we've got to know where we're right and wrong in every trade. Oops, I don't want that. There we go. Okay. All right. I may take this gray line off here. Looks like we're going to be opening pretty weak. All right. Right, looking at the 5 minute, we are right back where we spent all that time just the other day. So here's our opening range. I'm just going to remove this gray line. It's close enough to opening range. Market really not doing too much here just yet. Not doing much. All right. All right, we'll definitely watch and see how it reacts here at the overnight low. So again, we're trading on 48 pre-market to 50. Real quick move down, move up to 51, and it bounced right at the 30, 31 level. So we've got to know, right, where we are right and wrong on every trade. Let's look at the 5 minute here. So again, here's the 5 minute. Spent all this time in here yesterday, between 30 and 40. Most of the day. We had some wicks out above it, but most of the day we spent in here. I feel like this 51 level is going to be important. That if we did get up to there, might be an opportunity to short. I know how I feel about this market. It feels like I want to get short today. The question right now is where? If not here, then where? And part of me wants to go short right here, but I don't want to get stopped out, have the market go above me, and then have it retrace. Watching the NASDAQ too, we're very close to overnight lows on the NASDAQ. So with this move, if we can get a good enough move down and then a retracement, I'd consider a short in that retracement area for a continuation. Or depending how we look, if we get up in here, I'd consider a short there if we're just showing signs of weakness. So again, we're below that 36 level that took so much time to get above the other day. That's the area, or that's one of the reasons I like it short here. But the market can do all kinds of things that you don't expect. All kinds of crazy things. We could have a bullish day today. we could be up 80 points by the end of the day. So I've got to remind myself, just because I feel that I like it here, I've got to wait and really just let the market show me what it's wanting to do. I find most times that an idea will develop. Sometimes it's rather quick, in a matter of minutes, and other times it takes quite a while. It might take, an hour or so for that idea to develop and then to actually execute based on that idea. I'm going to pull up the NASDAQ real quick. All right, so we're still holding above here on NASDAQ. Still hanging in there. And this 40-42 area was important. It was, I believe, let's see, 42 was, what was it? I think 42 was the lower part of yesterday's opening range. All right, that might have been it. So now I'm considering a short again. So we had a pretty quick move away from 42, back down into this 36 area. Looking for clues, trying not to get ahead of myself. Looking for clues. Sometimes the openings can be a little testing and trying for me, where the market's obviously trying to make up its mind where it wants to go, what it wants to do, and you can have a big move early on and then be concerned that you're going to miss it. Kind of tricky for me at this point. Reason being, we look a little weak on S&P, but NASDAQ still is above its over quite a bit of ways above its overnight high. I'm wondering if it's going to be the E-mini that drags the NASDAQ down, or the NASDAQ that keeps the E-mini strong. And that's the $1 million question right now. Our spikes lower from the other day are right at 23 and 22 on the E-mini. So let's see, there's a 5 minute. So this is our push lower down to 22. News came out. We went on the 1 minute. We went up and down, and then almost took out stops here, but we didn't. So these areas are important to remember, or make note of at least. Gold still looking strong. Still looking good. Boy, I just started running this OBS software that allows me to do screen share with YouTube, and I don't know if it's that's taking up a lot of space, but my computer just seems to be running quite a bit slower. I don't have everything set here where it's updated just every second. For me, it just kind of drives me nuts with this thing just constantly flashing. Maybe I should try to get used to it. But man, just so much. But here lately, it just seems like everything's running kind of slow. Yeah, especially with this, I know it's not just pegged at this level. There's a lot more movement going on. All right, here we go. Now NASDAQ's weak. It's below its overnight low. Feeling like ES is weak as well. Over here on the 15-minute, we're kind of back into that area. Let me look at NASDAQ. Oh, boy, this computer sluggishness is killing me. Come on. So we're a good deal below. All right. Coming up, probably going to try to find some kind of support in here. So at this point, I might be looking for a pullback to short this thing. Again, that 22 area is critical. It's important. Not in a hurry just yet. It's tricky though when you're thinking short from earlier on, and it's just moving. And you think, well, I want to get short somewhere, but where's a good entry point? But again, we've got to know on every trade where we are right and where we're wrong. That's the main thing. Where am I right? Where am I wrong? What's the market trying to do, and is it doing a good job? All right, so we just took out the low from the spike around 11:30 yesterday. Just took that out. We're still below the overnight lows on NASDAQ. Got another 10 minutes until the 15-minute bar is done, so we got a little while until this bar is done. What's it gonna be today? What do we want? What does the market want to do? That's the question, isn't it? Let's see if it's running a little bit quicker here. All right, a little faster. Okay. Right, I'm wanting to get short. The question is just where's a good entry, and where, if I do get short, where am I wrong? Okay, so the train's leaving the station. Looking for a pullback to get short. Nasdaq's looking weak. This was kind of a tell here. This getting rejected above or below 36 so quickly. Yeah, here we go. So now we're down to the teens. This area was kind of the area I had as a target the other day, the mid-teens on the ES. Looking at the 15-minute here. Well, I haven't been able to join the party just yet. A little sad about it. No, not really. Boy, this computer's running slow. Come on, baby. Come on. Locked up. It's storming here pretty bad. I don't know if I lost connection or what. Jeez Louise. So NASDAQ looking heavy, not yet below. Well, it just pierced a little bit below the lows from the other day. Well, I've liked it short the whole morning. I just haven't been able to find a good spot to get in. All right, we've got 30 more seconds to go for the 5 minute to complete and the 15. Looks like we're gonna move a little bit lower here. 15 minute coming down into a lot of that area where we were on was it Monday? Friday's here, Monday's here. Let's kind of recap. So yeah, the other day it was hard for us to get above 20. Late in the day Friday we just kept trying to get above 20 and we couldn't. So now we're back in that area, back in that range. And man, this computer's moving slow. There we go. Goodness sake. Let's eat some cake. Jeez. I might try to restart this thing.